Continuing our coverage of Halloween in Salem, Magick TV was honored to receive a personal tour of the Spellbound Museum from proprietor Mollie Stewart. Hello, we're here with Mollie Stewart of the Spellbound Museum. Hello.
How are you?
I'm very good. And we're here in Salem, Massachusetts. And you have a wonderful museum here.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I've been collecting oddities and voodoo things and artifacts for about 10 years. I did live in New Orleans until the year 2000, so that's why I have so much voodoo and hoodoo artifacts in this museum. This is called the Voodoo Room exclusively, and it's quite a collection of oddities and actual ritual artifacts.
It is nice, and we've interviewed a number of people from Voodoo and Defa, and I must say that these are actually quite authentic artifacts, in case anyone is wondering.
Oh yeah.
I recognize many things.
Well, one of the things that's very exceptional here is this collection right here of 2 handmade dolls from a voodoo priestess from Puerto Rico that was my friend's grandmother, and she was kind of on the dark side of the voodoo practitioners. And these dolls were handmade by her, but the hair that's so soft and silky is made from human corpses.
Oh
and
my!
I didn't know that when my friend donated these to the museum. I was like, oh, it's so soft and silky. How is that? And she said, oh, they're real human hair from dead people. And I'm like, where's the Lysol?
Well, it was a different age.
Yeah. But there's real, snake skin here and things used in voodoo rituals from Africa and rattles and things like that. So it's very authentic. I actually found this skull in the street during the winter. It was painted blue. It's an animal skull, either a goat or a cow, young calf. And apparently it was shot through the head. You can see the bullet hole right here. And I didn't know what it was, but I walked by it in the snow, and then I went back because something made me go back and look a second time, and sure enough, that wound up in the museum too. Now, why it was painted blue, why it was shot in the head, I have no idea. But
So
it's now
if you
on an altar.
know anything about this blue skull, please write.
And that goes back. And there's all kinds of oddities in here. In the other rooms, we have a vampire room with a 200-year-old vampire killing kit from Eastern Europe that's exceptionally rare because it has all the potions, all the serums, and all the weapons still intact in the kit.
Now, you have a very wide range of subject matter here. And I believe you have a background in ghost hunting.
Right. I've been a licensed ghost hunter with the International Ghost Hunter Society since 1999. I was still living in New Orleans and doing ghost tours at the time and voodoo cemetery tours. So I've been a professional ghost hunter for 10 years. And I actually have a book out called Ghosts Among Us, which includes haunted places in New Orleans as well as haunted places in Salem.
One of the things I found most remarkable in the museum were the spirit photos that you have.
Yeah, that's the ghost gallery. I have 2 exhibit cases full of my personal ghost pictures from all over the country as well. New Orleans, Salem, Alcatraz, Prison, Gettysburg, even the Lizzie Borden House in Fall River, Massachusetts. Extremely haunted. If you want to stay in a creepy bed and breakfast, that'll do it. You won't sleep at all.
The photos are really remarkable. And obviously you've had a lot of very interesting experiences as a ghost hunter. What would you say is the most memorable that you've had? Well,
I have to say what's airing on the Travel Channel right now, it's called Witches of Salem, but I'm not a witch, I'm a ghost hunter. It's actually an encounter I had in the woods up at Gallows Hill under the full moon a couple of summers ago. And this shadow figure, I don't know what else to call it, was standing in the woods as I was coming up the hill to take ghost pictures. And I saw this person with a black hooded robe on. I couldn't see any facial features. And I said, oh, because I know that they saw me coming up the hill. I thought maybe it was witches. And the figure didn't respond. I thought, well, that's just rude. So I came a little bit closer. I said, hello, like, I know you see me. And he just vanished, or it just vanished in front of my eyes. But I did take a picture immediately, and there's 3 orbs shooting out in different directions from where the figure was standing just moments before. So I was kind of shaken up by that.
It's very remarkable.
Yeah, well, I left.
How do you find living in Salem compares to New Orleans?
Pretty dull, except for October. October's fun. There's a lot of, festive activities going on and street performers and things that just don't happen the rest of the year. And it's crowded, and I really look forward to this every year. But it's pretty, much a sleepy town. The sidewalks roll up at 5 o'clock most of the year. So it's very tame compared to New Orleans, which is known for its excesses.
Yeah, it's not known for, it's New Orleans is not known for small town charm.
No, but it's fun.
Oh, yes. Well, can we look at some of the items in your museum?
Sure. There's a wooden stake to stake the vampire through the heart. So these are all different methods of killing the vampire. And there's garlic here, there's holy water, and there's a secret serum in one of the bottles that Professor Blomberg created. It's all the original weaponry, that puts the gunpowder in, and that jams it in.
And these were actually sold to people who were...
These were sold to people in England that were traveling towards Eastern Europe, and they thought that they might encounter vampires. So these were sold to these people to protect them from vampire attacks, especially if they traveled at night through places like Romania and Hungary and Transylvania.
Now, Dr. Blomberg, I believe you said his name was?
Professor Blomberg.
Professor Blomberg.
Mm-hmm.
Did he actually believe in vampires, or was he making a tourist item? Do you know?
No, I think they actually believed that kind of stuff back then. I mean, even people in New England who came here from England believed in vampires, devils, demons, and witches. That's why,
So the silver bullets are really to be used?
Yeah, the silver bullets are supposed to stop werewolves, but they also used them just in case of vampire attacks, along with knives and stakes and the gun here. But this is cast from P.T. Barnum's original Fiji mermaid, which was originally half monkey, half fish. But it was so well done, the original one, that it fooled biologists, anthropologists, etc. And he made thousands and thousands of dollars exhibiting this throughout the country. So I'm very proud to have this. And then
it's a very exciting piece.
Human oddities, these skulls, like a three-eyed skull. It's a human freak from a long time ago. Japan skull with a hole in it. That was used for medicinal purposes, also to get evil out of an individual. Crazy stuff. Ex-mother-in-law, I only wish. It's close enough. She had teeth like that. We have conjoined twin skulls here, and we do have a Bigfoot Sasquatch skull, a replica of what it would look like. Megalodon shark tooth, which is about 5 times the size of a great white shark tooth. The sharks back then were 60 feet long, if you can imagine that. We have the tattooed hand of a dead man up here. It says free.
Well, he was at one time.
Medical oddities. Strange things in this room, the Elephant Man, etc. He's over there.
Now, what is the story of your Elephant Man?
It's a replica of John Merrick, who actually did look like that, but he was a full-size man. And he died in England. I don't remember the year, but that's what it's based on. It's a replica of the Elephant Man, but a small version of him. And this is a replica of a human face. You have to be careful about body parts if you don't have the proper paperwork.
Yeah.
You can't have them. You have to get them from a medical school. But Ed Gein in the 1950s, used to dig up corpses and cut off their faces and actually make lampshades out of them. So that's not a real human face, but a replica of what he actually cut off of a corpse.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, that's what the movie Psycho and what's that one? Hannibal
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's on there, and The Silence of the Lambs is based on.
Yeah.
This had to hang convicted felons somewhere, so they did it inside the Salem jail here. And this hook is actually in the ceiling, and this is where they would put the ropes through to hang the convicted felons, and this is the trap door where the bodies would dangle through until they were dead. And then they would just cut them off the ropes and put them in the refrigerator with the bologna and lettuce and tomatoes until the meat wagon could come and pick them up. So this is what the jail looks like right now. It is being renovated and turned into condos, which I think is a terrible, terrible idea.
We'll take the hanging room.
Yeah.
Spellbound is an old-fashioned curiosity museum of the sort that was once very popular. Its atmospheric exhibits are not only educational and interesting, but they also provide an experiential link to the museums of earlier times.
I don't know what's up with that light. That's gone. Light. That's gone.
Which school is that?
Now, what is his story?
He's a Halloween prop.
Okay.
But this is called the Spirit Room, so if
So he's
you
very
tap on the
appropriate.
glass, he'll speak to you. He's kind of a smart aleck, if you know what I mean. This is actually ectoplasm in the museum when I was next door at 190 Essex Street. That's ectoplasm right there. Ever since I brought in, leave this. Ever since I brought this executioner's sword into the voodoo room, we've had activity in here. This sword was used to decapitate humans and animals at the funerals of very rich Zaire individuals. And ever since I brought that into the museum, the voodoo dolls sometimes get turned upside down in these exhibit cases. But as you can see, these are all screwed shut. You'd have to have an electric, screwdriver to open these. Nobody has access to the museum except me. Nobody has access to my security code except me, the alarm system, not the landlord, not the maintenance people, nobody. But I've come in time and again, and things have been thrown onto the floor, or the voodoo dolls in these exhibit cases get turned upside down, and these are locked. Okay, very odd.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, so there's spirits attached to that.
Spellbound is a really interesting museum. I hope you'll visit it when in Salem.